This could possibly be the most dumb idea I've ever had. It definitely qualifies as a shower thought, but I want to make 80 proof Coke. I'm not going to distill it. That would completely change the taste. It becomes some sort of weird whiskey. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add pretty much pure alcohol, Everclear, to it to raise up the proof to 80 proof. And I'm also going to adjust the sugar content to make it equal the Coke. Now 80 proof, that is the base of pretty much all liquors, whiskey, vodka, and I want to see how it tastes, and possibly maybe it could be used as the liquor in some sort of cocktail. So I am going to make 375 milliliters of it. I already did the math, 158 milliliters of Everclear and 217 milliliters of Coke. To get the 158 milliliters of Everclear to the same sweetness as the Coke, you need to add 17 grams of sugar. I don't think the sugar is going to dissolve into the Everclear because sugar and alcohol don't really mix. But once I add in the Coke, I think it'll dissolve into the mixture. So there's the 17 grams of sugar. I'm just going to measure the Everclear and then top off the bottle with the Coke. Here's 100 milliliters. Another 58. Adding Everclear to even Coke itself is not a new concept. If you want to keep your drink as undiluted as possible, that's what you got to do. Add as pure alcohol to it. If you add vodka, vodka is mostly water. You're going to be watering down your Coke. Yeah, that sugar is not dissolving. Let's see if I shake it, if it'll dissolve. This is only 5% water. It goes straight back to the bottom. I'm going to try to keep the carbonation in there, even though I don't know if the carbonation is a good idea in an 80 proof liquor. I guess technically this would be a liqueur, even though it would be 80 proof. It just seems like carbonation in a high alcohol environment would make it pretty unpalatable. I'm really hoping this doesn't just fizz out. Maybe if I try to pour it down the side. Whoops. Now I want to cap it, but I don't know what's going to happen. I really hope it doesn't explode. There's not much airspace left in there. Still a slight bit of sugar on the bottom. Let's see if I could get it dissolved in there without shaking it. It's really pressurizing in there. I think this cork is going to pop out. The sugar is all completely dissolved now. I want to taste it. This is going to blow off. Oh no. I don't want a Coke volcano. Okay. Let's get a pour. Now, it's a little deceiving because you might be used to drinking a rum and Coke, but your ABV on that is probably 7.5% alcohol. This is much stronger. Should be just like sipping a weird tasting whiskey. It smells like rubbing alcohol. But there is other notes to it because the Coke does come through on the smell. Cheers. That tastes a lot hotter than 80 proof. It is just the same sweetness as Coke though. And it tastes like Coke and ethanol. Oh, that's not enjoyable. Definitely not for sipping. Let's try it as a shot. If I was to rate that on my scale of 0 to 100, it would only get an 11. There's something about this Everclear, even watered down with the Coke, it hits that nerve that makes you want to vomit. The taste of the Coke in there is not bad though, which is the only reason it didn't get something like a 2. And thinking about the carbonation, I didn't even notice it. I don't do shots. I'm not 20 years old anymore, and I like to taste my alcohol. But in the interest of science, see how easy this goes down as a shooter. I'll take one for the team. It's not good. Right away I thought it was going to be good. It was Coke. And then afterwards is the Coke goes away and the ethanol just goes like this. Fills up all your tubes and your orifices right into your nose and your mouth. That's what's left over is just Everclear. So it's not good sipping. It's not good as a shot. Could we try it in some kind of cocktail? My first idea was, how about a rum and Coke? But what am I, stupid? I'm going to take Coke, I'm going to add Everclear to it, and then I'm going to add that to more Coke. What kind of Inception bullshit is that? So I got to try something else. How about a drink the hipsters like? Negroni. What if I sub this for the gin? Let's try that. Got these massive chunks of ice. Negroni is equal parts gin, sweet vermouth, and Campari. And I'm not a fan of it with gin, but I have liked other versions. Swapping out the gin with Jamaican rum is a Kingston Negroni. That's really good. So maybe with some Coke instead of gin, I'll like that. There we go. Here's the Campari. 1 ounce of each. Now this is gonna be a little sweeter than a normal Negroni because the Coke is sweetened and gin is not. But that might actually balance out the extra bitterness of this Campari. Now orange peel is a very nice thing to have in a Negroni. It seems a little pretentious for a Cokegroni. What I found is orange bitters gets you like 80% of the way as a peel with the oil expressed. So I'm just gonna put a dash or so of this orange bitters. Guess that's what this is called, a Cokegroni. Smells pretty good. Orange and Coke. That smells like an orange flavored Coke. I don't smell the Campari, but I know I'm gonna taste it. Kind of like it. The harsh ethanolness of this 80 proof Coke is completely gone. A lot of the flavor of the Coke is gone too. Campari and the vermouth really take over, but it is there on the finish. Somehow the Coke is the finishing flavor you get. Campari right up front with the bitterness, and then sweet vermouth, and then it's Coke at the end. I actually really like this. Now I haven't had a proper Negroni for at least a year. I really didn't like it before. I thought it was way too much Campari, way too bitter, and it just overpowered it. I don't know if maybe my tastes have changed and I would like it now, but I like this. This is good. All right, what else can I do with a Coke flavored liquor? Definitely got to try some sort of tiki-like drink with this. Could make a generic tiki drink using this as one of the rums. I'm going to use just the generic tiki ingredients. Let's start off with a 80 proof Coke. I'm gonna go 1.5 ounces. I want the Coke flavor to come through, and I don't think it's going to if I do anything less than 1.5 ounces. Then, because tiki drinks are always split base, I'm gonna put in a Jamaican rum, about Smith & Cross. Let's just do 1/2 ounce of Smith & Cross. Going to use 3/4 ounce of lime juice and 3/4 ounce of orgeat. What else do I need? Some Ango. Let's do 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. So this is about as generic tiki as you could get, but we'll see how this goes. So we got to use a generic tiki glass that everyone has from Amazon. I'm just gonna open pour it in. It looks like about the right size. I haven't done any math. Look at that, perfect. I really wanted to be lazy and not garnish it, but got a mint plant right outside, so I'm just gonna shove some right in there. Do I need a name for it? Coke, tiki, generic. How's this for generic tiki? Black Pearl Punch, because it's Coke. You get it, and it's, I don't know. Holy shit, that is amazing. It's a little, just a little too sweet. Tastes fruity. It's probably one of the fruitiest tasting tiki drinks I've had. It is definitely a lot coming from the orgeat, but it's not very almondy. It almost tastes like cherries in there. Wonder if that's all mixing with the Coke to have like a cherry flavor. I would prefer a little more Smith & Cross in there. It's very unrummy. That is the big difference between this and a lot of the tiki drinks. There's a low amount of rum in here. It's just alcohol. Oh man, it is delicious too. The alcohol in here is almost imperceivable. Some people will definitely love that. And it is on the sweet end of a drink. This 80 proof Coke is definitely sweet itself. Look at that, it's almost gone. That's what happens when I drink through a straw. I want to try more stuff, but I'm a little worried I'm gonna get trashed. Maybe one more? I gotta do one more. I can't do an old fashioned. This would make a garbage old fashioned. It's already sweet. What else are you gonna add to it? Some bitters and that's it? It would not be a good old fashioned. Okay, I can't think of what else to use in it right now. So I'm going to look up a random drink. Of course, I got a spreadsheet for times like this. All right, I randomly got something called a Corpse Reviver #1, which is equal parts brandy, applejack, and sweet vermouth. Might as well try it. I got this sweet vermouth out here already. I want to replace the brandy with the 80 proof Coke. And then I'll add applejack. I got some applejack right here. Kind of to get that Smith & Cross on the last sip of that. Let's finish this one too. I am dry. Time for another weird Coke cocktail. This one is also stirred. The Corpse Reviver #1. I haven't tried in the proper sense. We're gonna try improper. Now this 80 proof Coke, it's gotta have indefinite shelf life, right? 80% alcohol, got quite a bit of sugar in there. 1 ounce of it. It's still got slight carbonation in there. I don't think that's gonna last very long though. 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. And 1 ounce of Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks? Apple Jack. It's Laird's. This is 86 proof. I think this should fit in a coupe. Now, is it gonna have any Coke flavor, or is it just gonna taste like Apple Jack and sweet vermouth? So it's a Corpse Reviver #1, but with Coke instead of brandy. How about a Corpse Refresher #1? That's so dumb. All right, let's see how this tastes. What is going on there? I'm so confused. It's pretty sweet. That is just a fucking punch to my senses. It's Coke and a little bit of bitterness from the sweet vermouth. The brandy, which Applejack is a brandy, is like finishing it up. I feel like I'm getting just pummeled. This one's not good. It's not balanced right. It is definitely, it's too sweet. I like a little bit of acid in my drinks. There's no acid here at all. Even though I guess you could probably say there's acid in Coke. The flavors are not meant for each other here. What happens if I squeeze a little lime in there? I think it'll get better. We'll squeeze about 1/2 ounce in there. Balance out the sweetness. This is bottom of the barrel science here. What happened? Oh, God. Oh, I don't know what just happened. Something does not mix well there. Oh, God. I've never tasted poop before. I think there's some poop in there. Yet I keep drinking more. Oh, some kind of weird chemical reaction going on there. I think now I know what poop tastes like. Oh, God. Wait, look. Look, I still got some Mexican Coke to wash down that poop. I don't know if they should be suing me or sending me money for this video. But I'm gonna go. I hope you liked the video. I'll see you next time.